Are you ready for Valentine's Day? Today, we're making Red Velvet Melting Moments from Ed Kimber. He's the winner of Season 1 of the Great British Bake Off. It's the perfect, simple dessert to impress your loved one this Valentine's Day. Welcome to another episode of Great British Bake Off Bakes. First up, let's get all our ingredients measured and ready to go. We'll need 250 grams of unsalted butter, and it has to be at room temperature. Then measure out a half teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. Then a teaspoon of red food coloring gel or paste. And for the dry ingredients, measure 225 grams of all-purpose flour. Then get 35 grams of cocoa powder, 85 grams of icing sugar, and 30 grams of cornflour or cornstarch. All our ingredients are ready, so let's make the dough. First, put the butter and vanilla into a large bowl and beat them until soft and creamy. Then add the coloring and beat again just to combine. Now sift the remaining biscuit ingredients into the bowl and mix until it all comes together into an even dough. As you can see here, I had some trouble incorporating the dry ingredients using the mixer, so I ended up mixing it with my hand. In this case, you need to be very quick because warm hand can melt the butter quite efficiently, and we do not want that to happen. Next, line a couple of baking trays with some parchment paper. Then, using your hand, roll the dough into small balls. I usually weigh these so each biscuit is the same size, and it will be about 20 grams each. Then place 10 on each of the prepared baking trays, leaving about 5 centimeters or 2 inches between each biscuit. Then press a fork dipped in flour onto each biscuit, leaving an indent and pressing the biscuits a little flatter. As you can see, mine stayed a bit round, but I'd recommend pressing them even more to flatten them out because it will be much easier to eat them later. Now chill the trays in the fridge for about 15 minutes or until the biscuits have firmed up slightly. Next, turn on the oven to 160°, and when the oven is ready, bake the biscuits for 20 to 25 minutes. Leave them to cool on the trays for about 5 minutes before moving them because they will be really soft right out of the oven. After that, move them to a wire rack to cool completely. To make the filling, start with 50 grams of unsalted butter, make sure it's at room temperature, 125 grams of icing sugar, 1 teaspoon of vanilla bean paste or ground vanilla beans, 50 grams of full-fat cream cheese, and a quarter of a teaspoon of lemon extract or some lemon zest. In my case, I went with some zest rubbed with sugar. First up, toss the butter, icing sugar, and vanilla into a bowl and beat them together until they're light and fluffy. At one point, I realized that my bowl was way too small and I was about to be showered in icing sugar, so I quickly switched the bowl to a bigger one. Next, add the cream cheese and lemon extract or zest and beat until just combined. Now our filling is all ready. And it's time to bring the cookies together. After the biscuits have cooled down, load the filling into a piping bag, feed it with a plain round tip, and pipe the filling onto half of the biscuit and top them with a second biscuit to make a sandwich. I actually lined up the cookies according to their size to pair them up and speed up the assembly process. It's much more convenient. Also, don't hold back on the filling. The cookies are quite crumbly, so that creamy center really takes them to the next level of delicious. And here you have it. Red velvet melting moments are ready to be tasted. They're very soft and crumbly, but in the best way possible. The lemon and the cream cheese filling brings that extra dimension to the cookie, making it a delightful distant cousin of the classic red velvet cake. As I've mentioned earlier, next time I make them, I'll aim for flatter cookies, but other than that, I'm really pleased with the result. If you're on a hunt for a simple and quick dessert for Valentine's Day, look no further. Thank you for watching, and if you like the video, please subscribe and I'll see you next time.